Mission San Diego de Alcala was the second Franciscan-founded mission in the Californias. It was founded on July 16, 1769, by Spanish friar Junipero Serra. The mission was the site of the first Christian burial in Alta California. The original mission buried in 1775 during an uprising by the local natives. The current church, built in the early 19th century, is the fifth to stand on this location. The mission site is a National Historic Landmark. The garden became a formal part of the mission after the rebuildings of the church in 1931. The statue of St. Joseph represents the patron saint of the expedition to San Diego. Many people believe he miraculously saved the expedition and prevented the abandonment of the mission after a novena of prayers for the arrival of a supply ship was offered by the Padres and soldiers in March of 1770 under Padre Serra's guidance. The Wishing Well statue of St. Francis of Assisi represents the founder of the Franciscan order. In 1882, the Sisters of St. Joseph of Carondelet came to San Diego on May 10, founded an all-girls Catholic high school, Our Lady of Peace Academy. The christening outfits and the shoes are packed in storage of the former girls' dormitory of the St. Anthony Industrial School, built in 1890, is still used on the mission grounds. Before the native people encountered the Spanish explorers and the Franciscan missionaries, they lived simple lives and were strong, spiritual, intelligent people who were hunters and gatherers, lived in conical-shaped huts, and had never seen cloth. The Spanish Padres introduced adobe brick making to Alta California. Organic materials like straw or dung to bind the bricks while drying were used, and the adobe mixture was pressed into the simple wooden forms to form bricks, which were then dried in the sun. At the mission, the Padres also taught the Indians how to be blacksmiths, leather workers, carpenters, masons, ditch diggers, cooks, clothes and shoemakers, weavers, farmers, bricklayers, adobe house and mission builders. In 1774, Father Louis Jamie requested permission to move the mission for better farmland, fresh water, and to be closer to the native inhabitants. Now we are entering the Padres' living quarters. The Padres lived a simple lifestyle where two priests were assigned to the mission. One priest was in charge of the mission and its land, and the other was responsible for the religious education of the local people. When Father Serra visited the mission, this is where he would stay. In 1850 to 1857, when the U.S. military used the mission after the U.S.-Mexican War, this room was used as a living quarters for the family of the senior military officer. In 1897, the Franciscans began wearing brown habits, which were the outer garments worn by friars. It has 3 knots, which symbolizes vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. The part I enjoyed the most was going to the gift shop and looking around at all the religious stuff. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did.